Well, thank you very much, Bill, and it's a privilege to be here with you all today. I want to welcome you, the guests that are visiting from out of town, out of province, out of country. We're very proud of the province which we have here in British Columbia. The topic today, clean tech and economic development, they really go hand in hand. As we look towards the future in British Columbia, we recognized a very important part of our future is the ability to develop our resources, to look forward, and to diversify our opportunities in cooperation and in partnership with our clean tech sector. You're going to hear from Jonathan, I know, shortly. We have developed a working relationship with our clean tech sector that I believe would rival any in the world. It's not about government telling industry, or in this case, the clean tech sector, what we would like done and how to do it. It's about working together, collaborating, coming up with ideas, new innovative ways to do business. And really, there are many things that we're going to do today as we look at the clean tech sector that we may not realize the benefit immediately. But our children will, and our grandchildren will, and together we're here to build a better world for all of us. The clean tech sector is about opportunities and the development in many ways. It is about opportunities. I know that we have people here from Northern Lights College. In the education system, the ability to take the clean tech sector, work together to take the public and take the individuals who are interested in this, who want to build a future in the clean tech industry, and be able to work through our colleges and universities to make sure people have that opportunity to grow their future the way they see fit. I'm also the minister responsible for oil and gas development in British Columbia, and I get asked many times, how do you join those two together, Blair, when you actually are dealing with clean technology, with clean renewable electricity development or energy development, and at the same time you're developing what many people would refer to as an original or old school energy industry, being oil and gas, primarily natural gas in British Columbia. I do think they work hand in hand. The clean tech sector is helping the oil and gas industry do things so much better today than they did even a decade ago. We're a community, and really a global community, that needs both. We need the clean tech sector, we need the fossil fuel industry. It's how we extract that resource, it's how we utilize that resource that maintains the quality of life that we all enjoy. Without question, there's many challenges, but we're extremely proud, as I said, in British Columbia. We have over 1,000 clean tech companies here in British Columbia. It is the fastest growing sector in the industrial development sector in our province, growing at about 11%. Now, I can tell you, as a government, we don't create jobs. They're very important to us, but we as a government don't create them. We create a regulatory and a legislative environment where the private sector wants to come and invest their capital, take their risk, but hopefully realize a return on their investment. And you know, I often have the opportunity to speak about clean energy development, clean tech development, and it really is the oil and gas of the future is how I sum it up. It is an opportunity that we all have to take advantage of and grab. The opportunities truly are endless. Each and every day, there are things that we can only dream about that seem to become a reality in our day-to-day lives. If it was 5 years ago and we thought about something and thought, boy, if in the next 20 years that was possible, we would be so fortunate, and 5 years later we're dealing with that very issue. It is a time like no other. I have grown up in British Columbia. I come from northern British Columbia, and I can tell you the changes that we see, and as quickly as they're coming, lead us to believe that we have no option. This is not about should we or shouldn't we embrace clean technology and how we move forward with it. We don't have a choice. It is our future. And it is a future that we should all be extremely proud of. I know the Globe does a tremendous job here in this conference. Is just a wonderful thing. We're extremely proud in British Columbia to have that as well. But our government took and embraced the idea that we were going to work collaboratively with our clean tech sector. And as I said earlier, it wasn't about myself as the minister responsible coming up with legislation that we thought would work. It wasn't about changing regulations and then going to industry and saying, here it is, we hope you can work with it. We began with the premise that we're going to work side by side. We're going to sit down at the table. We're going to work with industry to find out what their needs were. And then we were going to find ways that we could move that industry forward in a collaborative manner. We just earlier made an announcement. We have what's called an Innovative Clean Energy Fund. We refer to it as the ICE Fund. It is about new technologies. We invest with companies that are in British Columbia, trying to bring new innovation to the forefront, to commercialize it. We have, I think, just over 44 projects as of today's announcement. About $60 million we have invested from the Innovative Clean Energy Fund. It has leveraged about $235 million in investment into the clean tech sector, much of what is really world-leading technology. The other thing in British Columbia, we seem to, we enjoy a quality of life that I think that is as good as any in the world, and we take for granted that quality of life. We also have taken for granted our clean tech sector. It is, as I was saying to Jonathan earlier, one of the best kept secrets to British Columbians about how progressive our clean tech sector is here. It is recognized around the world for its leadership. And here in British Columbia, we actually have become so accustomed to innovation, to people really taking new ideas and taking them right through to commercialization, that we forgot to really focus back and say thank you. And so I want to say to each and every one of you, whether you're doing business here in British Columbia or anywhere around the world, I want to say thank you for your involvement, and thank you for your vision, and thank you for your commitment to allowing each and every one of us to enjoy the quality of life that we have. I don't know anybody in industry, and again, I talk about this quite often, that goes to work any day of their lives and says, I want to do something terrible for the environment. Without question, there have been challenges over the years, but I do think industry in general has done a lot on their own. And the comparison I would use with the clean tech sector and the natural gas industry is in the Northeast right now, we have new technologies that allow us to frack tight gas. That tight gas and the fracking systems uses a great deal of water. I know that the natural gas industry is working closely with the clean tech sector and looking at ways and innovative solutions to address the use of water, to reclaim that water and reutilize it. There are technologies available today, but those technologies seem to improve each and every day. But together, and I guess as a politician I could go on for hours, so I won't, Bill, but we're going to leave lots of time for questions. We're very proud of the commitment we made in British Columbia to develop a green economy. And people ask, what is a green economy? It's really a sustainable economy. It's one that embraces the old and embraces the new and finds a way to bring those two together for the betterment of all. Economic development is truly what it's about. We need jobs. It is not about the economy or the environment. It's about the economy and the environment and finding that balance that allows us to continue on and develop what we all need, which is jobs, which if your industry is a return on your investment. As a government, we want to create the quality of life and the return for the people. The only difference between a private corporation and a government in my eyes, and I actually reflect this in my day-to-day life when I talk to people around the province and around the country, is the return from the private sector is to their shareholder, and that's an expected issue when it comes to private sector investment. The return for a government is different. The return we give is in service to the people we represent. And the only way we can continue to grow the service that is expected by the people we represent as a government is to work collaboratively with the private sector, to allow for innovation to take hold and to embrace it and to move it forward. And I'll close with this. In British Columbia, we are open for business, we're open for new innovation, and together we're going to build a clean, green economy that will be heralded around the world in a leadership role. And that's my goal as the minister, and I'm going to do everything I can to find that balance. And I look forward to your questions. And again, thank you for what you do to help make our planet a better place. Thank you.